I played and finished Season 5 with my sorcerer, and I must say that I really enjoyed playing this season, but there's always a catch with Diablo 4. I believe that Blizzard is moving in the right direction starting from the Season 4 Helltides update, but the developments should accelerate and players should get more varied content than just minor improvements and quality of life features. Season 5 is finally getting the point to call this game Diablo 4. We have much more fantasy stuff than before. Battle Pass introduces more nice looking gear and weaponry that you actually see equipped on other players. I'm talking about this fantasy armor with flames, bright and shiny effects and some weapon with fire. Paid skins are also more appealing now, especially the Warcraft crossover. Before that, to me this game felt just bland and too much grounded to earth, and I'm still in the cosmetics. I didn't want to equip wool skirts, winter boots and leather hats that had nothing to do with this fantasy world. Now I have more reasons to customize my character and make it the way I want it. The new seasonal storyline is pretty generic in my opinion. We slay demons for Mother's blessings. The quests are pretty short and artificially stretched, so you would have to farm more blessings up to 1k before you can continue and finish the story. Blessing is basically your reputation that you increase from killing any elites and bosses. It strongly reminds me of the board from previous Season 4 and Season 2, but instead of Helltides or vampires, we have regular demons around Sanctuary. As a reward you get boxes with precious loot, and even after you reach the maximum rank, you can continue earning more caches, which is cool. But the seasonal theme itself is bland and there are no more game changers except the hordes, but I'll talk about it in a second. Generally speaking, you kill monsters to get boxes, to kill more monsters and to get more boxes. You know, Season 1 was kinda trash and farming was narrowed down to a few caves with the boss, but remember that back then we got special hearts that could be inserted into jewelry slots. These were the game changers for your build. And also Season 2 introduced vampire runes to significantly boost or modify your abilities. Where is all that now? Season 4 had nothing except for reworked Helltides content, and Season 5 has introduced just one room, aka arena, with repetitive modifiers and bosses but with insane rewards and XP. So Season 5 has introduced a permanent activity called Hell Breaches and Infernal Hordes. I don't honestly know what was the exact reason to add Hell Breaches because nobody plays it except for the seasonal quest or seasonal journey, but the best thing that happened to Diablo 4 is Infernal Horde. The story quest for this activity is delivered quite well. You basically begin your short crusade back to hell and face many monsters on your way with intense dialogues and dense fights. Eventually you unlock this Infernal Horde mode. It is like a small version of Nightmare Dungeon and you have to survive waves of enemies on different tiers with modifiers. This place is just insanely great for leveling and getting gear. Significantly better than playing annoying pits or classic Nightmare Dungeons. You basically get everything you want from one place. Forgotten souls, materials for masterworking, legendaries and so on, except the glyphs. The arena is literally piled with elites and bosses, and as a result you get tons of XP for your character and battle pass. After clearing some waves and killing the console from D2, you are given options to unlock equipment, resources or gold chests, depending how many souls you got. I wish we had more different chests to spend wider amount of gathered souls, but overall the rewards are great. And that's basically the whole season. You farm hordes which are fun and challenging, but it quickly becomes repetitive because there is only the console as the final boss and only one arena with no surprising modifiers, like Reign of Goblin for example, or different objectives that change the rules. I just wish there was more variety. It is likely that they will continue to develop this idea and add new arenas, rules and monsters, but time will tell. Maybe they'll add some new content or extra flavors in the middle of season, but I feel like I've seen everything for now. From my perspective, this season is another carnival of loot, but there's not much to do with that. I feel like there's still barely any sense of progression once you hit the cap. The only progression I see are the pits or Infernal Hordes. You basically play these activities to squeeze more damage out of your character just to close higher tier of hordes or higher level of the pit, or challenge an unbalanced Uber Lilith that can one-shot one-shot you with invisible hitboxes. Progression stats and played hours are nowhere to be found, so I think it would take like at least 100 hours to perfect one character. Many hours later you eventually find desired items with 2 to 3 stars, perfectly rolled and masterworked to level 12. But then what? After doing hordes, speeds, ubers and getting purples, metaphorically speaking, you'd kill bosses not in 10 but in 2 seconds and blast the pit level 150 for example, just because you can. But what's hidden behind that? Nothing. I suppose after that point you would create a new character to try another build because there's still no wardrobe or armory in the game, or level up a new class to freshen your experience, and then do all that repetitive stuff over and over again. Replaying the seasonal introduction quest to unlock its theme, unlocking world tier 4 by finishing annoying and pointless dungeons, filling this stupidly large paragon board from the planner by alt-tabbing every second, and then read all the items you find because you get plenty of legendaries with the same generic icons that pile up your inventory quickly. And that's what I can say about the season and its current core. Season 5 is not the best and it's definitely not the worst. Good thing that it only lasts for 2 months, because farming reputation for extra caches doesn't sound like fun. It is more like a passive bonus that you earn while playing. But I probably understand why it is happening and why the last 2 seasons are kind of short and bland. It is because of the upcoming expansion. But who knows, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they just artificially slow down the workload to squeeze extra money from battle passes and cosmetics shop. I know some of you might disagree and say that Diablo 4 is perfect, but it is not. Nothing is perfect in this world. However, the game moves in the right direction, slowly but moving. Who knows what happens after the expansion is out. Maybe we will finally get out of the beta and receive plenty of varied content and long-awaited features. Thank you for watching and listening. Feel free to comment and subscribe for more content. Have a nice day and stay safe. Wait, are you still watching this video? I gotta tell you something. Please subscribe to my channel. I'll make more videos for you, I promise. Bye bye.